I think it's time to talk about weapons, and how they interact with not only each other, but the one wielding them. Let's say I have a 20 strength and I'm using a longsword. Should I hit an enemy, I'd do 1d8 plus my strength modifier, which would be 5. So far, it's pretty straightforward. But what if I'm dual wielding? Well, if I'm using a longsword in my main hand and, say, a hand axe in the other, the sword would do normal damage, but the hand axe would only get half of my strength modifier, rounded down, dealing 1d6 plus 2. But now I move to the other side of things, large weapons. If I am wielding a great axe, it would be 1d12 plus 1.5 times my strength modifier, still rounded down. So instead of it being 1d12 plus 5, it's 1d12 plus 7. But where do double-sided weapons fit in? Well, if I attack with a two-bladed sword, the primary blade would deal 1d8 plus 5, while the secondary blade would deal 1d8 plus 2, being considered a small weapon for the purposes of dual wielding. Even though it's a large weapon, the 1.5 strength modifier doesn't apply. One unique benefit of double-sided weapons is that any spell or effect that is applied to the weapon is applied to both sides, meaning a single cast of Darkfire immolates two weapons effectively. The various dual wielding feats also apply when wielding a double-sided weapon. The Vivisectionist. This is the skeleton of a long-dead ruler of the north. Why Halaster would want to store it here is unknown. Perhaps another puzzle? Or trap like the Hall of Mirrors was? Well, this throne here has no intact skeleton. A blue rod, thieves' tools plus 10, and some magical armor. Some kind of scale mail, huh? Very well, I'll take the armor and the thieves' tools. Revisionist Bellerthin. Same description. Though you get quite close to the dust-covered skeleton, it does not move at all in response. King Crawlin. You almost believe that you saw the skeletal hand of this dead king move. But now that you look closely, it is surely still. Lady Fensor and the sorceress. Well, I guess the sign was wrong. It's not just...
Well, have a look at this here.
It's not just sleeping kings. It's also a secret door. What of these bones? Ooh. Some magical padded armor, and an ironwood mace plus 3. This weapon bears the mark of the dwarf Baron, a master blacksmith who worked from a makeshift forge in the Uthgard village of Beirun as well. He forged it late in 1373 Day Reckoning to aid the war effort against Lady Arabeth the Betrayer, who was then marching against the northern city of Neverwinter and the Lord's Alliance. So it is a plus 3 dire mace, however it weighs 60% less. Not bad. Very well, let's grab that. Running fairly low on inventory space. Anyways, what of the secret door here? A little cubby hole. The bones on the ground make me a little wary, but this could be a very good...
Well, have a look at this here.
Could be a very good place to hole up if I need to take cover or hide or rest. And where does this secret door lead? Into one of the adjacent corridors. Fair enough. Fair enough. So this would be a very good place to bunker down here. Nice. But what about this room here, though? Hall of the Sleeping Kings. Maybe a test like the Hall of Mirrors? Maybe I simply break them. I'm not opposed to trying that, so... Haste. Spell resistance. Death Ward. Even a Divine Favor, and of course, Divine Strength. And we'll start with you over there, Mr. Chief Otterden. Let's fight. Ow. One down. You there with the greatsword. A paralytic gaze, huh? That could cause me a fair few problems. Even death. But whilst you have a death gaze, I have a death ward. So ha. I also seem a tad bit more lethal than you. Hello there, revisionist. Not gonna work. Nope.
No quarter!
But I appreciate you trying. I do love a stationary target who won't fight back. You gonna... Try to throw a dart point blank. Not the wisest of actions, but hey. Anyways, we have leveled up. But first, the spoils of war. What have we got? Katana +2. Bracers of dexterity +3. Now that is shiny. I would very much like those, because my dexterity right now is a, well, 14. From just a +1 bracer of dexterity. However, I can replace it. Bingo. Nice. And now, it's a 16. And I can return Durnan's bracer back to his armory. Double axe +2. Very cool. Just check those bones a fair bit earlier. What of these remains here? A black longsword. Doesn't appear magical, but looks fancy. We've got a skull key. This key will unlock the door leading out of the Hall of the Sleeping Kings. Ah, I see. The doors closed on me when I fought them. Fair enough. A staff. Ooh. Unfortunately, can't quite carry it. That's okay, though. Full plate. That's impressive looking. Let's use this key quickly to at least open the doors here. Then I can drop it. And then we'll see about leveling up in maybe this little cubbyhole, actually. It looks secure enough for me to feel comfortable resting there. So, may as well try it. There we go. Now let's drop this key. Like so. Now, I've bought a torch for the sake of safety, as every now and again I'll need a torch, but I can get a lot more stuff if I simply drop it. So for now, move it over there. Move these various scrolls across, and now I can grab that stave. And who knows, I could fetch a fair price. Gimme. Okay, anything else I can grab? Not effectively, no. No. Oh well. To thine cubbyhole. Alrighty. Again, looks safe enough. Level up. I think for the moment I'll stick with Cleric, but pretty soon I'll be going into Rogue further. But for now, Cleric. Skill points, same as usual. Craft armor, weapon, heal, parry. Very good. Save points for next time. 7 health. Excuse me? Did I actually get that much experience to level up twice? Evidently I have. Okay, that's... well, it's not unheard of, but it's also not expected. Very well, level up again as a cleric. Skills, once again, craft armor, weapon, heal, parry, and for my final 2 points, put them into spots. Oh, and a feat. Finally. Oh, finally, it's taken 14 levels. Well, 15 now. However, I can now finally get Weapon Proficiency Exotic. This feat allows effective use of all exotic weapons. The exotic weapon list includes the Bastard Sword, Dire Mace, Dwarven Axe, Double Axe, Kama, Katana, Kukri, Scythe, Shuriken, Whip, and Two-Bladed Sword. Nice. I have been building up to this for some time. It's why I took the 2-weapon fighting feat earlier. Very good, and 7 more health. Yep. As you can see here, I've got 2-weapon fighting. It's also why I have been increasing my dexterity. Nice. So now, I ought to be able to very simply drop my halberd and equip this baby. That is impressive looking. Of course, I will still carry my halberd. I just simply don't have much room to play with here. Nice, though. Very nice. I am happy. So now I've actually got 2 attacks because, well, I've got 2 sides to this weapon. I am so very happy. Anyways, what of spell slots? We should get a few more. We've got an extra 2nd level. Very good. That's going into Find Traps. I find myself relying on that a fair bit. No new 3rds. That's fine. A new 4th. That's very nice. Yeah, another Hammer of the Gods sounds fun to me. For a 5th. What do I want for a 5th? That's actually a very good question. I could bring something like an extended level 3, but what would I desire, really? Greater magic weapon wouldn't be half bad, but especially if I have a +3 weapon, it wouldn't really do a whole lot. Freedom of movement? Nah, not really that either. How long does Death Ward last? 1 hour per level, so I don't need to... I don't even need an extended cast of that, truthfully, but I have it anyway, so fair enough. What of Stone Skin or Spell Resistance? Spell Resistance could be fairly useful. Yeah. Level 1 of Stone Skin I think is fine, and maybe having an extra Spell Resistance could be great. It only lasts for 1 turn per level, so let's do that. Gimme. And we'll swap these around because I can. And an extra level 6th spell. Let's bring another Blade Barrier. I find myself loving that. Okay. I think now we will rest. So I am now a level 13 cleric. So, my spell resistance... well, it's Stone Skin. Either way, I'm kind of fine with it, truthfully. It's not the worst. A misclick, yes, but definitely not the worst. But anyways, spell resistance will now last 13 minutes. Yes, I believe that is correct, so fair enough for that. Overall, I'm happy. So let's recast our stuff, shall we? Starting with, for me, Stone Skin. Death Ward, because I didn't know it lasted that long. Darkfire should be fun to watch here. Should emulate both sides of this bad boy. Yeah, nice. And of course, Bull's Strength. Providing between 2 and 5 strength. Today we got 4. Very good. We're protection from elements, protection from evil, and light, because reasons. I have no good reason to cast light, but I have no good reason not to cast light. So why not? Okay, well that was fairly intriguing. But now let's press on. Whilst I do want to head up top to White Thesta and Durnan, I've also got somewhat of a time constraint, and was this secret door always here? I don't recall seeing it. But I guess that's why it's a secret door. Where do you lead, my friend? A chest, huh? I think... Let's just be safe. Let's cast Find Traps. Very well, not trapped. But you are locked. Let's fix that. Fixed. What have you? You have nearly 1,000 gold, some cow trips, and an acid flask. Which puts me at exactly a full inventory now. Not too shabby. And now that I think more on it, perhaps I really should go for... Yeah, I am right here next to the entrance. I feel like I'd just be a fool not to very quickly get up top, sell this stuff. And I gotta say, the armor very much intrigues me. I've sort of, I've always been on the fence about medium or light armor, given the dexterity, but... who knows? Who knows? Regardless, White Thesta.
A fair evening to you.
To you as well. What of the shield? +4 shield, not bad. Selling it, though. The magic staff, a staff of defense. We have seen this before long ago. Sell the cow trips, and the acid flask. And the thieves' tools, and the bolts. What of the armor? Ooh. Armor of command. These impressive suits of armor are much in demand by nobles and generals. In addition to being beautifully made, they empower the wearer with an aura of respect and authority. Occasionally, this property backfires, as when at the Battle of Morgard, a hapless sycophant was placed in charge of the defending army simply because he was wearing one of these suits. Whoops. So it is +3 scale mail, with an enhancement bonus of +2 charisma, and a skill bonus of +5 persuade. That's not half bad. That'd be 7 armor total, compared to my 6 from the storm armor. But I really like the storm armor. But I do like the charisma for various clerical effects. I'm gonna hold on to it. That's one of those things I'm gonna hold on to it. And I trust that if I give these bracers to Thesta, she'll return them to Durnan for me. So there we go. Yeah, definitely keep that armor for me. Fair enough. Anything I wish to buy from here? Not particularly. I'm wondering. Truthfully, I probably shouldn't have sold this wand. For only 1,000 gold I can get a creature. Very weak, mind you, but at the same time, it's not that bad. Might as well. Very good, and that did not take all that much time, so let's head on back down. Durnan. There we go. After all, I may not need it, but no reason not to have it, I suppose. And now we have a very fancy weapon that I would not mind bloodying a little bit here. Yeah. Also, very quickly, let me move things around. Very good. What can I say? I have issues. Now then. Yes. Perfect. Alright, let's see here. Given my memory, where have I been? I have been through quite a few places of this first floor. Let's head northeast and look around more. Looks like I've actually done a fairly good job of finding various secret doors. Maybe I should keep going very slow and just keep an eye out for more. Never know. Never know what you can find. Okay, I have checked that. It's very hard to remember here. There's a lot of remains. Not to sound crass, but let's face it, there are a lot of remains. So then, let me very quickly come over here to this Hall of the quite literally dead kings now. No longer sleeping. But you could make the argument that they were, I suppose. Very well. Where does this chamber lead? A metal door, so let's take it slow here. Ooh. Tracks over to the left, but let's head to the right first. I want to see what's over here. Any enemies? No. A dead end. There's likely some form of hidden tunnel if I had to guess. But I'm not exactly concerned about that, if I'm being honest. And I refuse to step into any portals. Unless I have some sort of arcane practitioner with me, I do not trust those things at all. Not since Underdark. Now then. A pair of humanoids moved through this area recently. They seem to be moving cautiously, checking the area as they go. Well, it seems these are tracks of a somewhat smart person. Very well, let's follow the tracks.